Alright everyone, so here's me playing Another Crab's Treasure Part 5. And I really have to wrap this up because school's starting soon and time is just not the same. When it's fall and you got this and this and this and this and then it's the holidays and then this and this and oh my gosh, it's just one thing after another. So basically though, I left off last time at Flotsam Vale. I unlocked the fuses or whatever where you then you gotta do some puzzles to get places. And I don't really know where it's leading me, but I'm trying to figure out where to go and I'm collecting everything I can. So, yeah. I realized this thing came from the ceiling, so I had to freaking go do that. So then that lowered this thingy here. And did that. Easy peasy. And then I got this guy. This is me trying out this ability finally, because I never freaking use it, except for on accident on a boss. And then over here was a stainless relic, which is great, because you always need more of those. Always, always, always. And then I ran into the people... no, I think I already ran into the people up top or something. I don't know. This is Firth. He's basically saying he needs to be rich so he can make the world better. Which, he's crazy. But anyway. And then I got to this spot. I don't know. Some eel. I don't really understand her role. But I guess none of them really make sense anyway. They're just kind of there. Basically, fighting her was alright. It was kind of annoying because the electric moves were just really frustrating sometimes. Like this one, it's easy to dodge until you're up close, but when you're up close you have to hit her, but then you can't dodge, and it's extremely frustrating. So eventually I would try to save my bullets for those electric moments, but it really took me a minute to figure that out. But yeah, I would just parkour off the toaster. Or if you have the hooks, you can pull it off. It was pretty easy on that one. I was so mad when she killed me right here. I was so close to getting her, but whatever. The Wi-Fi just kept getting me though. And you have to do a certain amount of damage for her to stop and move on. So I would try to get in there, but then when you're in there, it's really hard to dodge. But I think I could... I don't know, especially with the poison, it's hard. Boom.
Thanks for playing with me.
So then when I got her, I got the electrocute ability, which would basically electrocute these crabs to do something. I also maxed out another path of my crab thing or whatever. I went back to a bunch of those spots where I saw the crabs. So back here I had to fight 2 big fish, and I got a whirl for more of my magic stuff. Bought these guys, got some items, stowaways. I ran into a guy that looks like me, and he looked kind of sad and melancholy. I don't know, and I assume he's kind of hinting at the whole swirl or whatever that Topita talks about. I don't know. Now that I know, I feel like I'm getting kind of close to the end of the game. I went and I decided to cash in some of my points, get another level or 2. I just have so many of those, so I might as well. And I went back and finally bought the disco ball because that's my favorite one. It's strong, and I think it's a medium still. The ability's alright, but whatever. I went back to the boat so I could send us all off. And on the boat, basically, we were saying we were going to share the money, except Krill's like, I need it so I can buy my whole shell. And everyone's like, dude, what the heck? And honestly, I agree with them. Why is he being selfish? Like, I know the shell is cool and all, but bro, you got the disco ball. So, whatever. I parkoured around here a bunch and got to this fight with Roland.
Right you are, bottom feeder. Kill the city folk.
Gladly.
And as for you...
And here we go. Time to fight.
I'll send you down the
I did die once, but I do get him on the second time.
Remarkable work, vagabond.
Stupid little bottom feeders.
It's not fair! It's all a bunch of bullshit! I'm sick of it! I'm gonna get that
Krill, wait!
treasure!
Yeah, you knock him off, and he still gets it somehow. So of course, Krill's gotta go after him. And then we end up down in the bottom, and we bring everyone down with us, and it's really sad. It basically shows Krillin, like his growing up with the shell and how it's protected him and been his home for so long, and he's repaired it and all this stuff, and like what it means to him. And I guess it just kind of shows that there is a very deep personal connection with the shell, and that's why he wants to get it. And maybe why he does is kind of even irrational in a sense about it. It's like his loved one in a way. So we're down here, we don't see nobody. We're walking and pretty like discouraged and sad. I think the spiral's talking to us. It's like angry with us. But we got Firth here, and he's also being kind of rude. And he said to go die, basically. And we go do that. Scripted death moment. But on the plus side, Nema comes and saves us. Girl, I love that girl. But anyway, she is here. She kind of tells us to get up and get at it. And then we got the money fit, which is cool, but also like, dang, but at what cost? Because, you know, everything that happened. Now we're in the Unfathom, and it's dark as shit, so I'm trying to light up all these lights. The shortcuts look cool, the disc things. And yeah, I'm just collecting and lighting everything up. I got this cool outfit. I'll try it on later. But yeah, down here the spiral's kind of being like, I don't remember what he was saying. Something about like people's screams. I don't know. But here we got Conch is telling us we got to find our shell. And here we see some type of moon current in the distance. So we're going to go. Nema is talking to us here, and she's kind of like, what did you used to do? And Krill's just like, nothing, ... So, kind of sad. So now we're at Petrock the False Moon, and yeah, it's kind of obvious that it wasn't a freaking snail shell because clearly we didn't have to touch the current. It was already open. But This fight was alright. I could have did better in some ways. It took me a minute to really understand what was going on though, if I'm being honest. Like with the crystals, that was kind of confusing me. Took me a second to figure out dodging that as well. Finally, I beat him. And it is actually got a real shell underneath, which is good. And so then now Conch is talking about the perfect whirl. I'm kind of like, alright, whatever that is. I got the ability where I can have a shell from an ability, which is kind of cool. But I actually never used it, aside trying it out. But I went and upgraded all my stuff anyway, because I thought it would be nice to have in case I really want to use it. And then I went back and got some other items because I wanted to upgrade my fork. And I went out here and I also did a few more of these electrocuting things. More of the crabs. Which out here I just got another freaking crab. But I got the battery, which is really cool. And then I went and fought this guy. And almost died, but I got a stainless relic. And then I found another one out in the sands between. And then I learned online that you could hook the little X's in the sand. Went up the side of this like mountain. There was an ability for them. When I was looking into the abilities, I saw there was one of the urchin, which I saw hints about that before, just people talking about interacting with him. So I did it a bunch. If you watched the first video, I talked to him like 5 times, and I think I needed to do it one more time. I finally got his ability, which is basically like a bomb. And then I got some more stainless relic, and out here I found a heart kelp, which was nice. Took down this guy. You know, usually in games in Dark Souls, I hate when I see guys that were bosses that are now just like regulars. Thought of like a boss encounter moment, but I actually really like seeing these guys out in the wild and killing them because they're just sick and you gotta get rid of them. I upgraded my fork again. I went back down here. I found another heart kelp sprout, which is great. And I found another stainless relic down here. And these stupid laser guys kept blowing me up. I was trying to get everything. Found the sea cucumber, which was great because it had great stats, but it's also high in count, which is annoying. But yeah, and then I got stuck here, which sucked. So I had to sand dollar out. And then I found another whirl, which was nice. Got a shortcut. And then I ran into Chitin down here, and right after that was Inkerton and Roland. And Inkerton murders him, which I don't mind, but damn, that's your buddy or whatever. Oh yeah, and then I love that ability where my shell comes back. It's so helpful. Even in the darkness, somehow I managed to kill him.
You bastard. Seems I'm as worthless as you.
And out of that, I got a stainless relic, which is nice. So then me and the old man went down here. I sat in this weird shell, and it took us down an elevator. Whoa. Okay, I thought I was just gonna be rolling and that'd be the end, but bro, so much has happened. Yeah, pretty cute. Kind of also sad though. It's kind of like dead at the same time. It's not bright and beautiful, but yeah. I went back and sold a bunch of my stuff because I wanted to get all the stowaways, and that ended up being the final amount, which kind of sucks, but is good at the same time. Anyway, then I go out here, and these crabs kind of turn into another crab. It's like they kind of like are freed a little, but they're still evil. I don't know. I found the doctor outfit, which is kind of cute. And then, yeah, we just keep going. And I had to freaking roll off this bridge because the bombers were really annoying. And we had to parkour up this and turn on a couple faucets. That's another new thing they add out here that's kind of cute. And then I'm kind of just, oh. Yeah, one of my worst issues out here is definitely falling off the edge. That guy just threw me off, which is awesome. I love that they have a pad. And then I had to parkour through all this, and I fell off like every which way. Freaking hecking. God dang it. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Wait, what? At least I got another stainless relic out here. And then I got up here, and I got this shortcut, and for the life of me, I could not get that second little bubble. And I was like, dude, that's gotta be the way. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like, you go to the other side, and there's just a guy. And I just kept freaking falling and taking the damage and healing. And I think eventually at one point I put on the packing peanut, which helped. But, bro. Yeah, I kept falling and dying, and it was really annoying. But anyway, I was trying to look at the map to understand where to go, and I saw the Bleached Palace. And this kind of reminds me of Farum Azula a little bit, how a palace in a way, but also like this big spiral, and it's kind of ancient as well. So I think I ended up stopping for a day, and I came back, and this is when I finally got the jump. I don't know what I was doing different. What? Why the fudge did I just go in a circle? How about leave me alone? How about get the frick out of here? So I kept going up, and I thought when I went this way before, I was like, oh no, but that just goes back to where we were. No! So finally we did that and unlocked another shortcut. And then there's like these shaving cream moving platforms. They had a couple different parkour spots. So over here I went through this one, and I got a heart kelp sprout. Let's freaking go. Huh. What? I don't understand that. Okay. What? What is wrong with you guys? Why would you do that to me? Okay. Then I got the Muscle Plus Plus, which is really nice. And I think there was an elevator, and I jumped off, and I got another whirl. Wait. Buddy. I love him for that. He's just so cute. That's Frederick for ya. And finally, when I get over here, because of how much I died and I forgot to put on the packing peanut, I'm at like an inch of health. Oh I hear this voice talking, so I thought there might be more over here, but really it's just his helmet. There was a Father Levy. I guess he got stuck out there and got lost. It's kind of like in Souls when, you know, everyone kind of loses themselves.
The king stole the world. Bow, 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 bow.
But yeah, so we got to this boss.
Why am I getting infinite bullets right now?
In certain spots, it would let me just shoot him, like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so frick you for ruining the world, basically.
Yeah, so then here's me thinking I am victorious.
Wait, no.
For a freaking second boss to pop up.
No, are you kidding me? Oh, that was kind of easy.
Oh, and I wasted all my bullets because I thought I could shoot him and I couldn't. And it's creepy because he has the teeth in his mouth. And here we are at the end, stabbing him in the head and claiming our victory. Finally, we got both of them.
Murder. Screaming and crying. Yeah, frick you, you rotten biatch.
Creepy.
Pet my fish, cause thank you, buddy.
And yeah, that's pretty much that. And so then I went back and I sold every freaking thing I have, pretty much. I was like, okay, we must be getting pretty close to the end. If we defeated Roland, we defeated Inkerton, and whoever the hell that was, what else do we gotta do, right? So I went and I upgraded everything I could. I think I went and I bought the knight helmet. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. 1, 2, 3 or so bosses. Yeah, we did pretty good today. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you could join us, and I'll see you next time.